What's up, YouTube fam, and welcome to another video in this very special series, the Know Your Grandmaster series. And today we'll be learning all about Grandmaster RB Ramesh and all his achievements as a player and now as a coach as well. So let us get right to it. Firstly, a very happy birthday to the Dronacharya of Indian chess, Grandmaster Abhi Ramesh, and we wish him a very happy 45th birthday and best wishes for his future endeavors. Grandmaster Abhi Ramesh was born on 20th of April 1976. He started playing chess at the age of 12, quite a late age. Like, people are becoming grandmasters, even his students are becoming grandmaster at this age, but he learned it quite late, especially from his elder brothers in the family. His elder brother, international master GV Prakash, also has plenty of GM norms, but he needs that 2500 rating to become a GM. In 1991, Ramesh won the prestigious under 16 event in Sangli. Like Vishwanathan Anand, plenty of players have won the event in Sangli organized by the Nutan Buddhibal Mandal. And in fact, Ramesh's success, like he himself owes it to Vishy Anand winning the 1988 World Junior Championships. So that event has catapulted so many stars in India, but of course Ramesh is also one of them. Later on, Ramesh became an international master in 1996, and he became India's 10th GM uh, after that, and he is also the 2002 British chess champion. And of course, a very funny story is that Ramesh won it in 2002. Grandmaster Abhijit Kunte won in 2003, and then the British players, like the organizers, banned Indians for playing. Such was the presence or the presence of the Indians in that event. Like, people were afraid to face Indians. Later on, in 2003, Ramesh married woman grandmaster R.D. Ramaswamy and they are India's first grandmaster couple. R.D. Ramaswamy also a world under 18 champion in 1998, and in fact, she was Ramesh's student in those years. Later on in 2007, Ramesh also won the Commonwealth Championships, and he's played and won plenty of events. These are just a small highlight. And he was also employed with Indian Oil Corporation at that time. And a few years later, he had the transition of quitting chess. So now he doesn't play professional chess, he just plays a few blitz events and just for pleasure. But he became a coach, and back then it was very surprising to see a grandmaster become a coach. But Ramesh had the foresight, and since then he has become India's number one chess coach, and that is why he's also known as the Dronacharya of Indian chess as we know it. I think a very few, like I can count the grandmasters on my hand, that uh, that only those GMs who have not used Ramesh's help to become a GM. Apart from that, almost every other Indian player, Indian grandmaster, has been helped, trained, mentored, guided, coached by RV Ramesh for sure. That these include, like in the current batch, it includes Pragananda, then Arvind Chidambaram, Murli, Karthikeyan, and so many of them. And if you just go a little before that, then Adiban, Srinath Narayanan, Sethuraman, all of them have at least visited the chess Gurukul that he started in Chennai at least once in their lifetime. And recently, Ramesh sir and his GM friends have launched the Pro Chess training program, and we'll leave a link of that in the description. Feel free to check that out as well. And of course, let's have a quick look at some of his moments with his students as well. So yeah, here you can see RV Ramesh with, of course, with world champion Magnus Carlsen in 2013. Ramesh was one of the main commentators of the Carlsen versus Anand match in Chennai in 2013. Here you can see Ramesh sir with India's team, that is Hari Krishna, Adiban, Sethuraman, and Vidit, and it is from the Baku Olympiad in 2016. Of course, Ramesh sir was also the coach of the Indian national team until July 2020. Here you can see him receiving a coach's award from New Zealand cricketer Stephen Fleming. Here you can see here Ramesh with his good friend Jakob Agard, who is also one of the best coaches of the country, of the world. Here you can see Negi, Adiban, Seduraman, Sasikiran, and Lalit Babu, who are lifting Ramesh after India won the bronze medal, the first ever medal at the World Olympiad for India. And here you can see him with plenty of his young students. You can see Prag's sister Vaishali, Bharat Subramanyam, Mahalakshmi, and Rakshita Ravi, and so many more. And finally, of course, with his wife Arti Ramaswamy, who's also a woman grandmaster and also manages the operations of Chess Gurukul. It it has been an absolute honor to do this video, and he is known as a very famous coach. But in his heyday, he was also an extremely strong player. And here we'll show you the game in which he won the uh, 2002 British Chess Championship, and he beat the 2003 champion Abhijit Kunte, who was a very young GM back then. So let's have a quick look at the game. Game starts off with e4, c5, knight f3, e6, the typical Sicilian Taimanov by Kunde, for which he's famous for. Ramesh quickly gets his pieces. I really like this setup, yeah, let's pause it here because you see 8 moves have been completed, and look at White's development. I really love this. 8 moves and all of White's pieces are out, and that is the best thing for any beginner or amateur looking at this video. Just get your pieces out, castle your king, and start rolling. Knight g4. Now bishop f4. Of course you can't go e5 forking, but I just drop back and now this pawn is pinned, so that's not possible. Bishop f4, knight g e5, bishop comes back to g3, and now I like this moment because here Ramesh just starts attacking black with f4. Bishop c5 drops back the queen, and he doesn't stop. He has to open up files against this king, and he's successful in doing so. f5, queen c6. Now pawn to e5 is another cracking move. The point is you get these squares that is behind the pawn. This is known as this flight square. The square on e4. fe5, a temporary sacrifice for long-term compensation. Takes again. These two pawns are not really doing anything, are extremely weak. This bishop and this rook cannot come out into the game, and Ramesh just smartly continues with the development. Bishop d3, bishop d4, rook e1 again. He wants to get in here. Takes. Of course, you're a pawn down, so you don't want to trade queens. So pawn takes is the best continuation. Bishop d7, rook e4, another nice move, trying to get the rook in. So you can't castle long because rook c4 comes in. So you have to go short rook c8 and short castle later on. Again, g6 was the better move here, but Grandmaster Kunte errs a little. And after this, it's a really instructive game, and I think this has to be one of Ramesh's best games, at least during his early success. That is after bishop h4, simple threat, and it's really difficult for black. You can't really do much here as black, if you see. So just he moves out the king, queen to e2, simple threats again. I want to go here, maybe I want to play this if you move your queen, something like that. Of course, and rook g7, an extremely brilliant move. The point being, if you take, I just go queen check, king h8, and bishop f6 is mate, and rook g7 was missed by Kunde, and e into d3. I'll still give you guys a chance. So what was the continuation? Do you want to go queen g4? Do you want to capture this and play queen h5, or do you think there is a new move? Just maybe pause the video for a second and back. Yeah, if you have found the move, then you have really found the combination. That is bishop to f6, a beautiful move, giving up your queen as well, but this is going to be a discovered checkmate. And seeing this, of course, like this is a checkmate, for example. Seeing this, Kunte tried his best to sacrifice the queen, because now if you take, I take your queen as well. But now again, white to play and win. If you have done your puzzle rush, this is the answer. And boom! Rook g8 check, king g8 is forced, queen g4 check, and this is a simple mate for white. So once again, a very happy birthday to Ramesh sir, and I hope you like this video. Do like it, share and subscribe.